The message to send to black athletes and to black kids is that the white woman is better. When that white woman is the most original 304 or whore that you could ever find on the face of there's nobody that whore themselves more than her.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Yeah. And you know, when white people say go back to Africa, it's so crazy because they not from North America either.
I know, right?
And, you know, they from Europe, you know, they European. And it's such a travesty when they say that because they should be saying thank you to black people. They should be saying thank you to blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, because on the bones of our ancestors is how this foundation was built. So when Martin Luther King, the greatest thing Martin Luther King ever did, I'll talk about Martin first. So the greatest thing Martin did was that boycott, right? The problem with that boycott is he made his movement personal. What I mean by personal, his personal desire to want to mingle with white women, his personal desire to want to mingle with white men became the movement that he put on black people. Because long before Martin came, when we were so-called free in the late 1800s, if we had that blueprint, that small 30 to 40 year gap is the blueprint that black people need. Now, I'm not even including like my belief in the Bible. Like my belief in the Bible would always be first, right? But for people that are not at my level, I'll give you a point of history that's very easy to understand. So if you go to the time that they so-called free slaves in like 1865 to 1870, up until maybe the 1940s. So you talk about maybe 50 years, let's say 50 years. In that 50 years time, there was no Muslims teaching segregation. There was no Malcolm preaching integration. But what we inherently knew is that America wasn't built for us, but we're in a country that we can't just move out of. So what do? What they did was stay together. The family structure stayed together. Schools wasn't just, hey, send your kid to school from K through 12. School was designed based on the trade that you would want. So the trade that you would want to learn at some age in your growth, you would go to school based on mechanics, based on blacksmith work, based on agriculture, based on law, based on medicine. It was designed for that. The teachers knew each other. When it says it takes a nation, it's going to be a village to raise a people, Everything was together. And you know how it was together? It was together during Jim Crow. It was together during 100 years of lynching. It was together during the same things that we go through now is the same things we were going through then. But we had the one thing that at that time, the white man could not attack, and that was the family structure. That's the core of any ethnicity. There's no ethnicity that believes that they're better if the mother and father is divided.
Come on.
We the only ones that believe that.
Come on.
So compassion and loyalty is where we have to start. We be so busy on these algorithm stations or channels where we know if I get on here and I talk about the black woman ain't shit, boy, my views gonna go up. If I get on here and I bash black men and say, get with the white man, my views gonna go up. The channel that promotes the black man and black woman coming together, like Travis Hunter, the crazy part about Travis Hunter is that he's not the first black man that's married a non-black woman.
Yeah, of course.
But where is the black man that's married the black woman that's promoted?
Come on.
Where's the famous, like Jalen Hurts is married to a black woman. Why doesn't that get the same celebrity celebration as Travis Hunter? When it should. Like, we don't applaud that because
the Philadelphia Eagles, they posted wives and girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
They had a picture of all of them.
Yeah.
All white.
All white.
The black players. I'm like, what the hell?
All white. Because the message to send to black athletes and to black kids is that the white woman is better. When that white woman is the most original 304 or whore that you could ever find on the face of there's nobody that whore themselves more than her. That's why I said nobody's talking about the woman, that 19-year-old. She's 19 on OnlyFans. Nobody's saying that white woman shouldn't be on OnlyFans. We need to stop young white girls from being on OnlyFans because it's normal behavior.
Yeah, when they said it's the oldest profession in the game, they don't mean from black people.
Yeah, not from black people.
They talk about
white people.
Yeah.
The brothel, I always talk about that heart. Yeah. That's a white woman's ass bent over that they would put in the salon so you would know who was the whore. You would know where the whore house was. A bent over white woman that eventually would become the heart that they buy on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
And so when they put that picture out, you know the crazy part I saw, I don't know, I think it was football players. There was a bus, what's the party vans that they pull up?
Yeah.
And when they came out, it was the football players and you saw nothing but white women that come out of it, right? Now, I'm a little on the fence on it in this context, right? Because if I saw a bunch of black women coming out, I'd be like, damn, they done turned these hoes out.
Yeah.
So a part of me is like, if it's gonna be a hoe, let it be a white woman. But I don't want black men dealing with hoes in the first place. Yeah. So it's like, which way do you go with it? But that image that they put of the Eagles players, all of that is the mental. Like you asked such a good question when you talked about the experiment. That goes right back to the experiment. Because what is in the young black kid's mind? The black woman is bad, the white woman is good. When it's a white woman, when's the last time you seen a black woman sue, a black woman from OnlyFans, sue a black player over money?
Oh yeah, no. The last time I seen a try was with what's the name from the Pelicans? The big Zion Williams.
About Zion Williams.
Yeah, I saw her try.
Right.
That shit failed.
But that was getting a baby. Did they have a baby or something
No,
together?
that was no baby. That was just her being mad that he had a baby with someone else, the OnlyFans model.
Okay.
So she tried to come at his
and
pockets.
She was black, I'm assuming?
Black woman.
And but he's still playing though.
Yeah,
right?
that failed. It didn't go nowhere.
He still got to dribble that basketball.
It didn't go nowhere.
Wasn't no controversy or nothing.
Nothing. No one listened.
White bitch though. Here come the white bitch though. This white bitch get out there. She said, now just think about this. She's saying Shannon abused her.
Oh yeah.
When she's saying, I want the big black baby. Yeah. I want you to choke me. This is the freaky shit all white women are into. Listen, I had put on my Instagram what I did, right? Because there's a lot of simping ass niggas that be on the internet and their whole mission in life is to put black women in the bad light. So I took it upon myself. I'm on part 22 of my series where all I post right now currently is white women doing the nastiest shit on the planet. And I see this white mother with her daughter there that she's letting these white college players pour beer and suck her titties right there on there. This is a white woman. This is a mother doing it in front of the daughter. So you have to show stuff like that because if there ain't a counter from the social media because it switched from the physical to the mental. So the social experiment now is the way we vilify black men and black women is just flood the internet with the most heinous things that we can show and portray of black people. And then we show the lily white things of white people. And even if it involves a black versus white, nobody ever talks about the white side. Yeah. Nobody is vilifying this woman. Even Cassie, they got Cassie like she's some damn innocent woman. That bitch ain't innocent. That case, outside of her getting her ass whooped, right?
Outside of
her getting her ass whooped, but it's wrong to hit anybody. It's not wrong just for a man to hit a woman. It's wrong for anybody to hit anybody unjustly.
Come on.
So I'm not justifying that. But after this court case, we seeing Cassie is with the shit.
She's Googling the BBC. You pick which one you want.
Right.
Like anybody got a gun in your head, you pick which one you want.
She's paying the escort extra money. So what's she doing? She going back to Diddy after she with Kid Cudi and the husband. FaceTime the husband while she fucking Diddy.
Come on, man.
But she parade. Oh, Diddy's son. And listen, Diddy's a nasty nigga. Don't get it twisted.
He a freaky frog. Yeah, he a freaky frog.
That nigga's a nasty nigga. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. When they had, what's that term? Birds of a feather flock together. Now, of course, I ain't going to go down the whole conspiracy trail that everybody with Diddy was with it. But if you was at a Diddy party, it's hard for me to believe that you wasn't Diddying like Diddy was doing.
Now, Chopper said it best. He came on. He said, Diddy liked to see if he could get you out of your element. That's his insider power.
Yeah.
He said if he'll see if you with it, he ain't gonna make you do it. But if you with it, that's the kind of stuff that gets him off.
You know, that's a gay person's mentality.
Come on, man.
A gay person's mentality. I remember when I used to hang at this barbershop at East Orange, man. That was like my spot. And I remember these gays used to be there, and the gays would tell us, we do not want a gay man. That's not who we want. We want to turn out the straight man.
Yeah, come on.
And so they're going to do things, like you said, they're going to do things around, they're going to say things to you. And depending on your reaction, they're going to know if I can get you or not.
Yeah. That's how
And so, and everybody, like in 2025, Diddy been doing this since the 90s. Everybody trying to act all shocked like they just now knowing this. Everybody knows this about when Diddy was talking to Kiss and Fab.
Yeah.
And they was like, I like to see you scrambling and scraping, daddy.
That's the shit. He's saying it right there. When we go party again?
Yeah.
He's like, we party. No, I mean,
when we gonna party?
Party, man. He like, damn. No, wait, so you think Diddy gonna get off? Is he gonna walk?
I don't think there's a way we see where he completely walks. Because if you look at everything, even if they keep him in jail and they stretch out the trial or something like that, I don't think Diddy gonna do as much time as people think, but I don't think he walks away with no time.
Yeah, they hit him with the wrong charges.
Yeah, I just don't see, but what they charging him with, I'm not seeing it yet. It maybe they just bringing up character.
Yeah, to show.
Try to make it seem like he's a nasty nigga.
Right.
So I don't know if he walks away with no charge, but I haven't seen nothing where he's guilty of, like, I ain't seeing no force.
What I see is if that was Ozzy Osbourne with the same story.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, what we talking about?
He would have never been arrested.
Cocaine and, you know.
If he would have never been arrested.
What we talking about?
Right, which is why, like, you can't play the game that they play. Man. If there's a lesson that black people got to learn, like, just because white folk do it, don't mean we could do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because white folk are gonna, the anomalies are the Weinstein, and what's the other cat? Epstein
and Weinstein.
They're the anomalies of actually going to jail.
Yeah.
Just like OJ is the anomaly of being found not guilty.
Yeah.
Epstein and Weinstein are anomalies of being found guilty. Because for the most part, white people are allowed. I just put this video on my channel. It was an old TV show, and the white guy running the TV show is forcibly kissing little kids live on the TV.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, live on the TV.
Wow, yeah, the 12-year-old. Like,
12-year-old. Nobody's saying nothing. Let a black person do it.
Oh man, let Steve Harvey had did that.
If Steve Harvey on Family Feud finds a way to kiss a little kid, he'd be canceled.
Shit.
Like,
well, they say it was different times back then. They say it was a different time back then. But we live and we learn, I guess.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move it. Hey.